Alright, are the cards out? Oh, hey, the cards are out. Oh, I immediately like the look of one of these. Do we even need to, like, preamp this? I think we just go straight into it. 3 mana, +3/+3, equipment, Mechapulverizer. To play, discard 1. Alright, I gotta be honest. Looking at this, and comparing it to Draconic Bands, which is 1 mana more expensive for the same stat line, an additional keyword, and text saying, my bearer is a dragon, Rumble still isn't good. Oh yeah, no. Rumble is atrocious. This is just more proof that Rumble is bad. If a discard equip deck appears, this goes in it, I guess. Yeah, in the very fringe situation, that discard becomes equipment based. I guess you put this in. I mean, I guess this isn't bad on things like Rumble. Rumble probably is a big fan of this, right? Bump up the stat lines in addition to the quick attack, the impact, the spell shield. Like, Rumble doesn't mind getting the increased stats. It helps him level, if anything, right? So, I don't know. You could maybe squeeze this into a Rumble deck, but again, Draconic Bands exists. The Chad Draconic Bands, the Virgin Mechapulverizer. Back Alley Bar, I gotta say, this was the card that I saw at the start was popping off over. When I'm summoned, summon a Back Alley Barkeep. Your new cards cost 1 less. This is just awesome, dude. For reference, let me pull up Back Alley Barkeep. Here we go. Back Alley Barkeep is a 4 mana 3/3. When I'm summoned, create in hand a random card for each Back Alley Barkeep you've summoned this game. So it's all newly created cards? Oh, no, my dear friend. That's a new card. We're not looking at that yet. It's new cards. I.e., cards you haven't played yet. So, in a situation, right? Alright, so let me put it like this. Back Alley Barkeep has been kind of bad. Because he just creates random cards, right? It's literally any card in the game that can be main deckable gets put in your hand. So he can make anything. He's never been a great card because you kind of have to build around him and make clones for him. First time you play him, he's awful. The second time you play him, he's okay. Third and fourth times you play him, you might be getting, like, more after that. Wasn't expecting Barkeep support, but I'm pleased. I am too, dude. Barkeep is awesome. So, talking about this, right? Effectively, you're paying 2 extra mana for your new cards cost 1 less. I cannot understate how subtly good an effect I think this card is. Your new cards costing 1 less is just any card you haven't played yet, right? You're playing this on turn 6, so you've probably already played a decent amount of cards by the time you're getting this. But even still, Zoe Victor Barkeep's a Percival deck? Absolutely possible. 100% that's possible. Invokes pop off with this. You're absolutely on the money there, right? Any Celestial you haven't played before, that's a lot cheaper now. That's 1 cheaper. If you've got Victor leveled up and he's discounting creative cards too, that's 2 cheaper. I honestly, genuinely believe that Back Alley Bar is gonna be slept on by people initially. I don't think people are gonna value this card too much, but I genuinely think this card has potential to fuck around and make people find out. I don't really have much more to say about it. It has a play effect, which is really important. That's true, too. This is a play effect on a landmark. Not even a play effect, a summon effect. You could theoretically do some rite of passage bullshit if you wanted. And it summons the Barkeep. So you're basically paying 6 mana for a 3/3 initially, which kind of sucks. But any cards you create beyond that, costing 1 less, that's really good. You can even compare this to, I think it's Forge of Tomorrow. You can even kind of compare this to Forge of Tomorrow, where when he summon a Forge Worker, which is another 3 mana 3/3. And at which point, when you play a 6+ cost spell, destroy me and refill your spell mana. This will probably refill 3 mana, but with this, you can theoretically outvalue it, right? You're paying 3 more mana than the other summon a 3/3, but this has the potential to outvalue Forge of Tomorrow. And for that reason alone, I think this might be more interesting than people are going to give it credit for. Okay, our first Targon card of the expansion, the Darkin Lodestone. 2 mana, +1/+1. Support, grant my supported ally +1/+1. You may spend 8 mana to play me as Horazi. And Horazi is an 8 mana 7/7 with Spell Shield. Support, grow my supported ally's stats to mine. Give it my positive keywords this round. Whoa. Whoa. Hello. Oh, shit. That is a solid support card. Holy shit. Holy shit. This is a really good card. This is a nuts card. 2 mana +1/+1 is a Pale Cascade effect, but permanent, obviously, because it's an equipment. The support effect of granting my supported ally +1/+1 in addition to that is kinda ridiculous. That's really good. That's really good. My immediate first reaction upon seeing this card was, okay, Tarik's gonna be really fun to play now. And you know what? Looking at Horazi, I think I might have been right. This genuinely seems like it's gonna be a pretty damn good card to put in Targon. And I honestly think Tarik's gonna pop the fuck off with it. Unlike the Darkin Ballista, there's no downside to playing this. Tarik Bard. Bard gives large stats, and Horazi gives Spell Shield. Potentially? You could do that, potentially. The main thought, as far as I had gotten so far, was using Horazi to get... If you get Overwhelm on Horazi, she can grow the stats of whoever's next to her. Bard really isn't a bad idea. But you grow your allies' stats, you give them Spell Shield and Overwhelm, while also having Spell Shield and Overwhelm natively on the 7/7. I could very easily see you putting this on your Gift Givers as like a 1-drop, and then that's 2/3 now. It can support any other ally. Could maybe put this on Tiari? Tiari's a 2-drop if you wanted to run that, but Tiari doesn't really see main deck play too much. Totally overlooked it gives +1/+1 as part of the equipment. Yeah, the fact that it gives +1/+1 to the unit, and additionally supported allies are granted +1/+1, like, this is kind of a cracked card. And Horazi seems even more cracked, in my opinion. There's a lot of fun stuff you can do with Horazi. And honestly, I think this is a support finisher. I think the support archetype finally has a finisher. Because we haven't really had, like, a proper finisher for the support archetype. The closest we've had is, like, Arbiter of the Peak. Or Mountain Travelers. Mountain Sojourners, sorry. Who do the whole support chain. And grant them all +2/+2. But they were kind of clunky. You had to put all your units in a certain order to get the +2/+2 off on every supported unit. Horazi, though, could genuinely be a pretty good finisher if you can get Overwhelm on Horazi. And you're in Targon. That's not too hard to do. Is that Aatrox? Hold on. Is that Aatrox? I was just gonna take a sip of what is that Aatrox? Have people put out flavor text? Wait, what about corrupted form? No, okay, that's probably not Aatrox. That's not the Darkened Blade. Okay. Yeah, there's just enough different about this. Okay. Oh. had me worried for a second there. Seal and Steel. 2 mana fast, obliterate an ally and create a corrupted form with its stats. And a corrupted form is a 3 mana 0/0 equipment. This is kinda hard to evaluate, right? The closest thing I can think of to this is Bayou Brunch. Where you can have an ally capture another ally, and that grows their stats. Works with ephemerals too in Shadow Isles. That's a really good point, actually. Yeah, you can actually use some ephemerals with this. Oh, you could use this on, like, the stagehand. Play the stagehand, play Seal and Steel, and then put 4/2 stats on a unit. That's not too bad. Because ephemeral is really the direction where this works, right? These units that usually have pretty good stat lines, but dissipate quickly. Obliterate Unbound Scion. I mean, honestly, that's not the worst idea. You can play it like a Glimpse too, as a sort of removal deny. That's a good point, actually. I didn't think of that. That's actually a sick point. Whoa, okay. That completely turned my opinion about this card on its head. You can totally use this like a Glimpse. And yes, you obviously prefer the draw too over an equipment. But keeping the stats of a unit, especially if it's an important unit, and being able to give that to another unit in play, that is actually worth talking about. Very good observation there. That you can use this as a Glimpse. Ooh, okay. Suddenly, I kind of like you. Now, obviously, you're going to have to evaluate the unit to choose whether or not you go for the seal on it. Because, like, you don't want to use this on a Zoe. You don't want to pay 3 mana to give another unit +1/+1, right? If a Vengeance... Oh my god, this is the perfect anti-Vengeance tool. If your opponent, like, goes for an Vengeance on one of your bigger units, you just go, fuck, okay. You seal it in Steel, you play another unit, and you put the stats right back on another unit. Obliterate an Ephemeral Asoul? Honestly? I'm not opposed to that idea. I initially was doubtful of this card upon seeing it, but no, you guys have absolutely swung me the other way. I think this card is going to pop off. This is Targon's Glimpse Beyond. Targon popped off today! Targon is kind of looking like it might be my new day 1 deck. Man! Alright, way to get me hyped. Way to get me hyped with this Variety Day. I came into today like, oh, it's a Variety Day. I don't know. It's kind of hard to get hyped for a Variety Day because I don't know what to expect. That kind of worked in its favor today because now I'm like, goddamn. This is fucking cool. Man, okay, alright. Oh, I'm hype. I am hype as hell.